Ciao amici! Welcome back to Mangia Italian Recipes. Today, we're making one of northern Italy's most iconic dishes, Risotto alla Milanese. This golden saffron-infused risotto originated in Milan and has a rich history dating back to the 16th century. What makes this dish special isn't just its stunning color, but the technique that creates that perfect creamy texture while keeping each grain of rice separate and al dente. If you've been intimidated by risotto before, don't worry. I'll walk you through every step to make sure you get perfect results.
Before we start cooking, let's go through our ingredients. 320 g Carnaroli or Arborio rice, about 1.5 cups. 1 liter of high-quality chicken stock, about 4 cups. Kept warm, 1 small onion, very finely diced, 2 generous pinches of saffron threads, about 0.5 g 80 g unsalted butter, about 6 tablespoons, divided 60 g Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, freshly grated, about 1/2 cup, 60 milliliters dry white wine, 1/4 cup, 2 tablespoons extra virgin olive oil, salt to taste. Notice I'm using Carnaroli rice. It's my preferred choice for risotto because it holds its shape better than Arborio while still releasing plenty of starch. And the star ingredient, saffron. These delicate red threads give our risotto its signature golden color and subtle floral aroma. True saffron is expensive, but you only need a small amount. Make sure you're getting the real thing. Look for threads with red stigmas and orange tips, not yellow throughout. Now let's start cooking.
First, let's warm our chicken stock in a saucepan. It's crucial for the stock to be hot when adding it to the rice. Cold stock would stop the cooking process. While that's heating, I'll prepare the saffron. Take about half your saffron threads and place them in a small bowl with 2-3 tablespoons of hot stock. Let them steep for at least 10 minutes. This releases both the color and flavor. The remaining threads will add directly to the risotto later for more visual impact. Next, let's finely dice our onion. We want it almost invisible in the final dish. Now for the actual cooking. In a heavy-bottomed pan or Dutch oven, heat the olive oil and half the butter over medium heat. Once the butter has melted, add our finely diced onion. We want to sweat it until translucent, not brown it. About 3-4 minutes. Once the onions are soft and translucent, it's time to add our rice. This step is called tostatura, toasting the rice. This is crucial because it forms a protective coating on each grain that prevents it from overcooking. Add all the rice at once and stir continuously for about 2 minutes. You'll notice the grains become slightly translucent around the edges, but remain white in the center. Listen for that gentle clicking sound as you stir. That's the sound of perfect toasting. Now for a key moment, adding the wine. Pour in the white wine and stir until it's completely absorbed, and you can no longer smell alcohol. This takes about 1-2 minutes. Now we'll begin the heart of risotto making, gradually adding hot stock. Add 1 ladle of hot stock to the rice, along with the saffron-infused liquid and the remaining saffron threads. Stir gently but constantly. The stirring is important for 2 reasons. It helps release the starch from the rice, creating that creamy texture, and it prevents the rice from sticking to the bottom of the pan. Wait until each addition of stock is almost completely absorbed before adding the next ladle. The rice should maintain a gentle simmer throughout. This isn't a dish you can walk away from. Risotto demands your attention, but rewards your patience. Keep adding stock 1 ladle at a time. This process will take about 16-18 minutes total. After about 14 minutes, start tasting the rice. We're looking for that perfect al dente texture, tender but with a slight resistance at the center of each grain. When the rice is just about al dente and the risotto has a creamy, flowing consistency, what Italians call all'onda or wave-like, it's time for the final touch that makes this dish truly special, the mantecatura. Turn off the heat and add the remaining butter and all the grated Parmigiano Reggiano. Stir vigorously to emulsify these ingredients into the risotto. This creates that signature silky, creamy texture that defines a perfect risotto. If your risotto seems too thick, you can add a small amount of hot stock to achieve the right consistency. It should slowly spread when placed on a plate, not stand firm or be soupy. Finally, cover the pot and let it rest for about 2 minutes. This final rest allows the flavors to meld and the rice to relax. And now the moment of truth, serving our golden risotto alla Milanese. Traditionally, this is served as a first course, or primo piatto, but it also makes a beautiful side dish for ossobuco. I like to serve it simply on a warmed plate. The risotto should gently spread, maintaining its creamy consistency. Some Milanese chefs add a final sprinkle of Parmigiano on top, though traditionalists might consider the dish perfect as is. Look at that beautiful golden color and creamy texture. Each grain of rice is perfectly cooked but distinct, coated in that luxurious saffron-infused sauce. If you've enjoyed this authentic risotto alla Milanese, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more traditional Italian recipes. Next week, we'll be making a classic ossobuco to pair with this risotto for the ultimate Milanese feast. Grazie mille for cooking with me today. Buon appetito!